Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Stagro Farms. This is yet another episode, interesting episode on Stagro Farms React. This is very interesting video coming from Stagro Farms itself. So I'm going to be reacting to one of my videos on Stagro Farm. This video comes from a banana farm, a banana plantation here in Nigeria. So I'm going to be reacting. I'm going to be also teaching you what you need to know, how you can actually effectively manage your banana farms, what you ought to do and what you ought not to do. So let's get straight into the video. Okay, so this is quite interesting. This farm, this farm was about I think 3 months old when we shot this video. So here I shall be looking at how you can actually manage suckers that are actually coming. You can see those suckers that are emerging from the young banana plant. So the question is, what do you do with those suckers when they are emerging? How do you manage those suckers? You can see here. Okay, let's get back to that part of the video. So how do you manage that part? Look closely here. You see that we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than 5 suckers emerging from this banana plant. From the mother plant, you have about 5 daughter plants. And as a good farmer, you don't leave those suckers growing with the mother plant, because very soon the mother plant might start fruiting. And for you to effectively manage the nutrient supply to the mother plant, you need to leave at least 1 or 2 suckers. I say it all the time in my videos. So this is what we actually do in Stagro Farms, managing suckers in your farm. Let's get back to the video, you see more. Okay, so you see new suckers are emerging from these young plants, young banana plants. You can see also here. So our farm, you can see our farm is looking quite neat. We actually manage our farm pretty well. Weeding is what we do at interval. So you can see we have one sucker growing with this. We're going to take this one out. So it says second sucker in 50 days. So we have this plant is about 2 months old. Yes. Okay. So virtually all the banana plants here are shooting out young suckers. So, and this is one of the uh, uh, farming practices you must know how to actually carry out if you are a banana or plantain farmer. So how to manage those suckers, when to weed, when to trim off the leaves on your banana or plantain. These skills or these farming skills are very important. So we ought to know them. Okay. All right. This trimming, leaf trimming. So very important practice. And if you look closely, let's pause here. If you look closely, you see there are some leaves are already turning yellow. Some are distorted. So this could be a sign of Sigatoka. This is a banana or plantain disease that attack the leaf. So, and what happens is once you see this distortion or the yellowing of your banana leaves coming up, please trim them off. They are not good for your banana plant and they can affect the yield if you leave them that way. So trimming, but trimming is not just about when you have affected leaf. You can actually trim when you have excess leaves to enable nutrient circulation, and then it helps the plants to actually grow. Help the plants to know that, okay, I need to shoot more leaves and it grows faster. So that is what we are doing here. So trimming is very important in your banana or plantain farm. Let's continue. Okay. I guess I forgot to trim off this yellow one here. So if you look closely on the ground, you see that we just weeded the farm. So weeding is also important practice in your farm. Don't let excess weed grow or overgrow your banana or your plantain farm. Very important. So because they're going to share the nutrient which your banana or your plantain requires to actually grow and grow faster. So these are well when we dug a well for the banana uh, plantation. And when we talk about we're looking at irrigation in your plant, so we dug the well to actually help irrigate our farm. This is a cow dung manure. I just showed you a cow dung manure. So what we did was to actually construct the well in a way that you can see the overhead zinc, overhead shade over there. So it collects the water, then passes the water inside the well. So we can actually install pump and then draw the water out to irrigate our banana farm. So another thing is irrigation, very important because the rain doesn't come all year round. So you must prepare for irrigation if you are planning to set up a banana farm or plantation or plantain farm. So please, you must consider irrigation. You have to drill well, or you can dig. If you have a shallow depth of water, you can actually dig. If you have a, a, a deep aquifer in your, depending on the geology of your place, if the aquifer that contains the water is quite deep, you can actually drill, bore drilling, and then install your pump, and you have water all year round in your farm. So let's continue. So these are some of the qualities of cow dung, how cow dung can actually help your banana. Here we have our farm is actually 1,500 square meters. So we have about 400 bananas uh, planted here, even though we didn't cover the whole plantation. So we have some spaces left, which could actually contain about 600 of the bananas. So, so the cow dung, they are fresh. Even though it's not advisable you apply your cow dung manure when they are still fresh, you allow them to dry, to stay for some time and dry up so that they don't harm your banana or your plantain plants. If you apply your manure when they are still fresh, they are quite toxic at that moment. They will affect your bananas and your plantain. So our bananas are doing pretty well. You can see. So like I said, we did carry out weeding, and not just we is what we carry out on a frequent basis. You can actually weed your farm 2 months interval, 1 month interval, 3 months interval, depending on how regular the weed occur. So, okay, you can see some part here we are yet to weed the farm. Okay, here the farm is about 4 months, 3 to 4 months old. About 4 months old here, and there will be about 5 months by I think then was actually it, okay, okay. So having your plantation well managed at all times is very important. So uh, one of the reasons why banana farming is very lucrative is that number one is that the first generation plantation will actually give you suckers that will move you over to the second generation plantation. Let's say you have about 2 acres, 1 acre in a different location, 1 acre in a different location, and then you're able to put up 1 acre first. Trust me, you do not need to buy banana suckers again to actually move over to the second acre, you can actually transplant from the first acre to the second one. So it cuts the cost of actually buying more suckers to establish a new farm. So, and again, when you have irrigation, one of the advantages of irrigation is that you have plantain or banana all year round. When other farms are lagging banana, you have your banana or your plantation producing because you have irrigation that gives them water which they need to produce. So that is another reason why banana plantation is actually very lucrative. And then another thing is that you can actually sell your suckers. You can actually sell your suckers to new farmers, beginners in the business. You can actually sell your suckers to people who wants to actually establish uh, a new farm in another location. Probably they have farm, but they need another variety which you have. They can actually call you and demand for your sucker, and then you sell and actually make money. So what I'm showing you here, this you can see this banana. These are a variety which is actually known as blue java. I don't know that known as blue java. This is another variety different from the one I showed you. So we have multiple varieties here growing in this farm. This is another variety. You can see this is another variety. So we have about 4 or 5 varieties in this farm that are growing together. So it's quite interesting. So we actually maintain. I didn't talk about the spacing. Okay. So when we look at how do you space or what spacing do you give your banana plant or what spacing do you carry out in your plantation? Number one thing you have to consider is the soil fertility of that region or that location of that farm, the soil fertility, and the annual rainfall. These things are very important. The soil fertility, if your soil is not fertile enough, you might consider a different spacing towards that effect. So when we look at what we use here is a 6 to 5 feet. That's about 2 meters to that's about 1.5 meters to 2 meters, I guess. Then we have you can actually set your farm 8 feet by 8 feet, 10 feet by 10 feet, depending on the soil quality, the nutrient availability in the soil in that area. If you have a soil that is quite fertile, you can actually do 5 feet by 5 feet, 6 feet by 5 feet. But you have where you have poor nutrient distribution, you can actually do 10 feet by 10 feet so that your bananas have enough nutrient to actually circulate the farm and they utilize to actually produce. So very important. So you can see here our farm is about 4 months here and they are doing very well. They're growing pretty fast. So and it's time to weed. You can see the weeds are they've grown again. So we are going to weed very soon. Even though we've already done the weeding, this is the past video, but just to let you know that during this time you should know that weeding should be coming into your mind. Mm. So it's very important to constantly weed your farm to enable them grow very well. It's very important. This is another variety. This is another variety. So you have to constantly weed. So after weeding, depending on the fertilizer, how you actually manure, how you apply fertilizer. So once you weed, apply manure so that the plant roots can actually see uh, nutrients to take in. You know, the weed are actually sharing those nutrients in the ground with them. So you need to actually apply manure. So what we have here, this cow dung manure which you heaped here. So I have people who supply me the cow dung to my farm. So we are going to apply them to the banana plants. So cow dung manure is another good uh, manure which will actually help. They are very, very effective, just like poultry droppings. If you have poultry droppings, which of course poultry droppings is better, I would advise if you have access to poultry droppings, go for poultry droppings. It is way better than cow dung manure. So you have your plant. If you apply manure to your plant, and when I talk about manure, I'm talking about organic manure. Organic manure, very important because they have your plants and your farm healthy. They keep your farm healthy. So it's not good to apply chemicals in your farm. They are not good for the quality of the soil, the quality of your yield, and the overall health benefit of the plant. It's very important to take this into consideration when applying any form of inorganic fertilizer. So as we have our plant, probably from a plantation like this should start fruiting in probably 8 months. So now the plantation is about 4 months. So in the next 4 months, fruiting start occurring. So very important. You should know most of these things when you are going into banana or plantain farming. So thank you guys. Please, if you are here to subscribe to our channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, share and like. This is Tagro Farms React. See you in our next video. Thank you.